here we have F91 in the top left-hand corner of the map in yellow, and then we have JF in the right-hand side of the map at 3 o'clock in orange. And once again, F91 has redirected his overlord towards 3 o'clock, so he's getting pretty lucky with these overlords today.
I have to say this is getting kind of suspicious. You can see that Fnatic Ash is observing, so maybe he's helping his teammate out or something. I don't know.
I highly doubt that. Ash is a very mana guy, and I don't think that stoop this low in a match like this. But I'm sure it'll become apparent later on. Anyway, it doesn't look like JF will be fast expanding this game because his probe hasn't left his main, so I would expect to see his pylons come down in his main very shortly, and there it is. So it will indeed be one gate play because, well, 2 gate play is pretty much obsolete these days.
Yes, I think we're gonna see the 1 gate starport build from F91 here, or JF. And it will be interesting to see how F91 is going to deal with this. I mean, it's been such a long time since us Zergs have had to deal with this kind of Protoss play, and often enough when Protoss does 1 gate, Zerg will be very surprised and won't be able to deal with it in the correct manner, and we'll see if F91 can do it.
And it doesn't look like F91 will be doing any kind of fast pull build, which I guess works in a favor. Oh, actually, he's putting down a 12 pull. So I mean, it's not as bad as it could have been, because I'm fairly sure a 9 pull is inferior to a 1 gate build. But I may be wrong, and it may be map dependent. I haven't looked up on anything on 1 gate in a very long time.
I think 9 pull is pretty much the worst opening you can do against 1 gate, because Protoss can just block their ramp with a Zealot and some probes. I mean, you won't get in without losing a lot of links, and then you'll be behind economically, and their tech is going to be coming pretty soon. So yeah, you don't want to be 9 pooling against 1 gate. And I also don't think this 12 pool build is ideal. I think the ideal build is the 12 hatch and just get a 3rd hatch and start pumping economy. But 12 pool isn't that bad, so this shouldn't affect him too much.
Yeah, I guess he's gone for the 12 pull to factor in the fact that he may actually fast expand after all. But as his Overlord's soon about to find out, that is not the case.
Yeah, the fact his Overlord went into the right direction is really a huge help, because if he wouldn't have scouted JF, he would have probably maybe assumed that JF would have gone fast expand, and maybe he would have in fact gotten the speed for his links, which he doesn't seem to be doing now. And this makes me kind of think that he might be going for some 2-hatch Hydra push, which can be quite effective against 1 gate play as soon as he kills this scouting probe.
Yeah, but JF's micro is very good, and that probe is doing a beautiful little dance around the Zerg main, and he's keeping it alive. He does not want to lose his little probe. I'm sure he's given it a name or something. Meanwhile, back in JF's main, he's up ticking. His core is almost finished, and his 3rd Zealot is about to build, so he should be safe from any kind of Zergling all-in. And that probe is still running around, but has had to leave the main. And F91 has added a 3rd hatchery, and I'm curious because he's still got 100 gas there, but he hasn't got lair and he hasn't got speed yet. So I have to wonder, why does he still have that 100 gas?
As you can see right now, he just put down a Hydra Den, and this is pretty much the right play to make. I mean, he knows the Stargate is going to be incoming soon, or should be incoming soon, and he needs those Hydras to be able to save his Overlords, and he can then make a mid-game or like early-game push with the Hydras, maybe before Dark Templars are out. Oh, but it looks like JF just added a robotics facility, so I guess we'll be seeing some kind of Goon Reaver push. This is rather unusual.
We will be seeing another Goon Reaver push. Rangers upgrading at the Cybernetics core, and a 2nd Dragoon and a 3rd Dragoon is being produced at the Gateway. So JF is really loving his Goon Reaver today, and so I guess this is another game which is going to rely on A, timing, and B, micro.
Yeah, it's really gonna depend on how F91 is used to playing against 1 gate, because he isn't gonna find out about this push until pretty much the moment JF is deciding to move out. But if he's the type that likes to get just a couple of Hydras and then go lair, then he's gonna be in a world of trouble. But if he likes getting just a lot of Hydras with 3 hatch, then he might be fine. So it will really just depend. And he is getting speed for his Hydras, so it does look like he's going to be making a bunch of them, so I guess this will be another really micro-intensive game.
Yeah, it does look like that F91 will be pushing out with some kind of 3-hatch Hydra, and I'm curious to see the timing of JF's build versus this, because if JF stays above his ramp, he should be able to defend very easily with a Shuttle and Reaver, and I think he'll come out ahead because of F91 actually going for this 3-hatch Hydra and not taking a third base at all. So, however, if JF is halfway across the map and already over at F91's ramp, things may be a little different, and F91 may be able to snipe a Reaver or something like that, and the game's lost for JF.
Yeah, I do think that this timing push by JF is better against the people who get only a couple of Hydras to defend against Ser and then go Lair. But F91 is getting range for his Hydras, so it does look like he's going to be... He already has about 8 Hydras and he's going to be pumping more, so he is doing the proper counter to this JF's build, despite not having seen it. So I think he might be fine.
Yeah, I guess it just factors into his style. I mean, he does like to do these kinds of builds, so... no, and these builds are quite effective against one-gate builds, particularly when they try to fast expand and they don't abuse Corsairs at all, because then, you know, there's no possibility of Dark Templars really annoying you too badly. However, his Overlords are out of position, so meh. All pointless theorycraft. And here we go. The Reaver is completed and it's into the shuttle, and both armies are moving out, and it looks like F91's going to be able to get Chill on the not Chill. F9 going to be able to get JF on the other side of the ramp, and this is going to be decided purely by micro, my friend.
Yeah, F91 is moving in, trying to snipe the shuttle, but he gets the Reaver. That's a huge deal. He targeted the shuttle and JF had to unload, and the Reaver was out of position, and F91 did get it with his Hydras, and now JF is in huge trouble because he lost his Reaver, and these ranged Hydras are going to make short work of his goons and Zeals.
Yeah, I mean, well, JF really needs to get above his ramp and wait for that Reaver to come up, because otherwise he's not going to be able to take this down. Oh no, taking out that Overlord, that's very bad for JF. I mean, now you can see that F91 is coming right across and is able to intercept JF forces before they are able to get above the ramp, and he's going to take a lot of losses from this, and F91 is going to be in such a commanding position from this point.
Yeah, F91 is just cleaning up these goons with his Hydras, and also now he knows exactly what's going on, so he will have no problems preparing for a second wave attack, and I'm afraid that this game is pretty much over right now. I don't see anything that JF can do to come back in this game.
I think JF knows this. He's adding a third gateway and a fourth gateway, and I guess he's going to go fully all in with Dragoons and Reavers and pray that F91 overextends himself and somehow... Actually, he's cancelled the fourth gateway. I mean, because really that's all JF has got left to hope for now.
Yeah, he hasn't been making probes in a really long time, and he has one probe on his gas, so this is definitely a very, very all-in build.
Well, it was always an all-in build anyway. As soon as that attack failed, I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, F91 now must be quite happy with himself. He's got his lair tech up, and he has got a second gas up, so maybe he'll look to take a third base soon, or not. But, yeah, I don't know why he's got the lair so early if he's not going to use it, though.
Looks like he is getting a Spire, so I guess he was just a little slow in putting it down, but I think F91 knows at this point that all he has to do is keep making Hydras to stop the second wave from doing any damage, and then this game will be over.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, F91's got such a huge advantage at the moment, it doesn't really matter what he does. So
JF is moving out right now with just about 7 goons and 2 Reavers, and he looks like he is going to get the good position right outside F91's net, but there is so many Hydras right now.
And here we go, another question of micro. I mean, it could all get turned around right here with 2 Reavers out there. And here we go, great spread by F91, and here we go. Let's see how effective those Reavers are. Those Scarabs, oh! Wow, those Reavers weren't as effective as they could have been, but still, F91 is just rolling over. The shuttle is gone, the second Reaver won't last very much longer, and JF's goon count is very, very low. And with Biotech just about to complete, if F91 just switches simply over to Mutalisk, this game is completely over. There is no way JF can defend against both Hyperlisk and Mutalisk at the same time.
JF got some really nice Scarab Self right there, but there were just way too many Hydras. I mean, he was just completely overwhelmed, and yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, JF has no probes, no tech besides his Reaver tech, and with the Spire and the Hydras, I mean, F91 can make whatever unit and pretty much win this game right now.
Yeah, and F91's just cleaning up these last few reinforcement goons with a few Hydralisks, and meanwhile in his main, he's building a few Mutalisks, so yeah, he's looking to end this game very quickly, and I don't believe JF will be able to stop this wave of Mutalisks.
No, there's nothing JF can do, and he's making Zealots in his gateway, so these 4 goons is all he's going to have against these incoming Mutas, and I don't think that's going to be enough at all.
Most definitely. I mean, the fact that JF has had to cut probes off his gas to be able to defend this, to be able to produce enough, to be able to execute this timing correctly, I mean, he's not going to have enough gas to defend at all, and that's why he's having to produce Zealots now, so tough luck, JF. You can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah, I have to say F91 countered his build like perfectly. I mean, he didn't make a single mistake. His micro was superb on the shuttle and the Reavers, and he just played extremely well to beat this all-in build by JF.
And here we go, the Mutalist coming over top, takes out a probe, and then there's the GG, and JF loses the second game. F91 picks up the series 1-1, and well played by F91.
Very well played.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up perfectly when you said that he countered the build exactly right. I mean, on top of that, JF had a slight miss micro there. Well, in fact, it was a major miss micro there, where he was forced to unload his Reaver in an inferior position, and consequently lost it. I mean, from there, was essentially lost. And on top of that, when he came and tried to snipe that Overlord, which he really shouldn't have done, F9 was able to divide his troops and divide JF's troops and prevent them from getting up into his main, and from there on, the game was essentially over.
Yeah, and I guess so far all we've seen is 2 timing pushes both games, so it should be interesting to see like an actual management type game where both players are going for economy, and it will draw it into a longer game.
Yeah, well, now we've got Destination coming up as the third map, and that map does indeed favour a longer drawn-out economic game, because of the fact that you've got 2 bridges outside your natural, and getting across those 2 bridges, like attacking across those 2 bridges, is very, very difficult, which makes defending very, very easy, obviously, which encourages the faster expansions and strong economic play. And on top of that, the other expansions around the map are relatively easy to secure, and you know, Zerg have got it really good when they can take an easy 4 base, taking their natural, or having their main as a given, taking the natural, taking the little side panely bit with the ramp on the high ground, and then the mineral only expansion in the corner. I mean, that's your perfect Zerg setup really, and it sets them up for a monster economy.
In pretty much every game of the pro gamers that I've seen on this map, we've seen some kind of 3-hatch lair spire opening into 5-hatch, and then they've been able to pull off the Muta Hydra combo to snipe the Templars and then own up Protoss Force with the Hydras. And I'm really interested to see if F91 is able to master this strategy as well.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm interested to see JF actually starting to play a real solid game, because so far he's, like you've noted, he's only been played timing pushes. I mean, it worked, but I'm really interested to see how well his mechanics are going to fare against F91, because I mean, against Dynot, there were some questions about in that series as to whether his mechanics were top-notch or not. So this will definitely be an even stronger teller as to whether he's in shape or not. So yeah, I'm excited to see this game. Let's get it started. What do you say, Rhett?